get your bike right up against the outside of the corner. It's just going to make it that much easier to get onto the inside. Get into it before the 14th of Feb if you want to experience this phenomenal descent. Hello you lovely guys and girls, it's Jason Bull here, coming to you with Sulli in the gully and Franko and Jessi. We're bringing you a little how-to guide on how to master the techie switchbacks of the Cliffhanger Trail. The Imbuko Big 5 mountain bike challenge in partnership with Canetsfontein is coming up on the 17th of Feb, and more than a few of you would have seen the clips of the Cliffhanger Trail or ridden it last year and want to try and get down safely and have fun. So they've done some work on the trail. It should be more rideable than last year, which is good news, but it's a spectacular descent. Everyone was raving about it, and it's not too difficult to ride if you know the right technique. So we're going to break that down for you in this video. Let's rock and roll. The views here are incredible. Amazing. So this climb comes in as the third of the big five climbs. It was started just around the side of the mountain there with the Hawequa climb, then the 7-piece climb, and then Obiekwa, this climb. This third climb in itself, from the valley floor to the top and back down again, takes in 20 kilometers with 1,000 meters of gain and descent. So it is a big one, and we're going to be focusing on that final 3 kilometers or so of the climb and the first little section of the descent. So you got about 200 to 300 meters of climbing from where you join this Cliffhanger Trail, and you've got lots of these switchbacks, some a little tighter than others, and we're just going to break down for you how to ride them well. Alright, so uphill switchbacks, similar to downhill switchbacks, you want to enter wide for these corners. A lot of them tighten up quite a bit at the top, and it makes it feel like you're going to run into the wall. So the wider you can enter into the corner right here, as you get to the apex, turn in sharp as you can. Usually the corner is not too steep at that point, so it makes it possible, and you'll whip in and aim for towards the inside of the corner, but usually you're going to run out towards the outside. As you can see, there are a lot of switchbacks on this route. They've been very well crafted and are going to be increasingly manicured from now until event day, so they should be in prime condition for riding when it does come to the event. The corners down in the forest before this are actually a little bit trickier than these last few up to the top of the peak. But yeah, you really just want to focus on entering nice and wide into that corner, making it as wide as possible for you, not getting stuck on the inside. That way you're less likely to need to put a foot down. And then also just pay attention as you come into the corner, how steep is the exit, and drop down a couple gears if need be, or just be ready to dump those gears so you're not getting caught out as you're trying to exit the corner. But also taking the views, because it's pretty magnificent up here. Okay, if you are struggling with the balance required to do some of these low speed, or like me, corners, watch the soft sand, the humble track stand can go a long way just to getting you more confidence with low speed maneuvers, both up and down, whether it's a tight switchback or a little rocky section that you need to drop your speed for. So you can check a little video how-to guide on balance skills and track stand in particular up on the right hand corner if you'd like to up those skills. Just a few minutes before each ride can really go a long way to getting more confidence to manage the bike in those slow speed situations, putting your foot down less, wasting less energy. It's a big up. Check it out. Too good, Sully. Oh. Whiskey throttle on the e-bike. And just a quick note, if you do want to ride this trail, it is only open during the event date on the 17th of Feb, unfortunately. So if you do want to ride it, entries close on the 14th of Feb. So make it happen. It's phenomenal and definitely worth it. But please don't try and ride the trail before the event on the 17th of Feb. It is closed. Now that is a view. Cool. What do you think, Jessi?
Fantastic. Really high as well.
It is super high up. Jessi's coming to suss out the route because she's going to be following some of the elite ladies, of which there are some phenomenal talents entered. Mona Mitterwald, Austrian's not that great. Apologies. Candice Lil, Vera Losa, Sam Sanders, Sarah Hill. It's going to be a good old race. Jessie's going to be chasing them down on the e-bike, getting some cool GoPro footage. So she's with us here today. But all right, boys, time to tackle these big twisty downs. How are they looking, Franko?
Quite steep. Nervous.
How do you approach this section in the race? Obviously it's very technical. There probably isn't much time to be made up by attacking this, I'd say.
Yeah, I think taking it slowly, rather safe than sorry. Yeah, but the Switchbacks is quite sharp and steep, so I think taking it wide into sliding into it, yeah, he'll be fine. Or maybe clip a foot out. Yeah, just enjoy it.
Okay, so let's talk technique for the switchbacks. As we mentioned with the uphill switchbacks, the key is in entering wide. Get your bike right up against the outside of the corner. It's just going to make it that much easier to get onto the inside without feeling like you're running out of space. Then braking. You really want to do your braking nice and early so you're not coming in feeling like you're out of control. And then, now this one's a bit trickier to do. Do your best to get off the front brake around the corners. This means your front wheel can steer a lot easier. Your back wheel can slide if it needs to. That way you manage your speed nicely. If you need to drop an inside foot, go for it, but you should be good to just stay nice and stable on the bike. If you're unsure about your stability, some track stands, as I said, are amazing. And you'll see the concrete here on the corners as well. They're doing some work on them to tidy them up, make them a bit easier to ride, so you're going to be A for away come race day.
These corners are definitely a lot more intimidating than they are hard. As you can see, nice and wide, pretty smooth at the moment too. And there shouldn't be too much dust to contend with on race day. And if I can get this long e-bike around them, I'm sure you'll have no problem. Just remember, enter nice and wide, use all the trail, and then just manage your speed and flow on through.
Alright, mountain bike fans, that is how to ride the tight switchbacks of the Cliffhanger Trail. The event is coming up on the 17th of Feb. You're going to see Franko and a bunch of the other top riders from around SA and indeed the world battling it out in these mountains. You can follow the racing on the Imbuko Big 5 Mountain Bike Challenge, where we will, the Instagram page, where we will be doing some live racing updates. Get entered before the 14th of Feb if you want to experience this phenomenal descent. It's going to be a spectacular day out. If you want to see more of the routes, definitely check out the course previews we filmed. You can find the links to those in the description of this video or the card above. And then beyond that, keep it real.